I welcome you all for the second unit in second PUC biology. That second unit is genetics and evolution, and in that we shall study chapter 5, that is principles of inheritance and variation. Right? So here principles, it means the rules or the laws. Inheritance. Here inheritance means heredity. The meaning of this is transmission of characters from parents to offsprings or from one generation to another generation. So that process is called inheritance. So characters are passed from parents to children, right? And this takes place, inheritance takes place through genes. So genes are responsible for heredity or inheritance. That means the characters are passed through genes, right? Then what about this variation or variations? So variations are the differences in characters, right? So the characters of offsprings may be different from the parent, then we can call it as variation. So variation is difference in the characters which are observed in the offsprings which are different from parents, and variations are mainly due to sexual reproduction. Then next we shall consider the laws of inheritance or Mendel's laws of inheritance. So Gregor John Mendel discovered the laws of inheritance mainly by conducting hybridization experiments on pea plants. So the scientific name of pea plant, you know, right? That is Pisum sativa. So Mendel discovered these laws by conducting these experiments on pea plants. Mendel observed 7 pairs of contrasting characters in pea plants. Mendel observed 7 pairs of contrasting characters in pea plants, right? So we shall discuss those 7 pairs. So the first character, first character is stem height. So in that we shall consider the dominant trait and the recessive trait. So the dominant trait with respect to stem height is tall, whereas the recessive trait is dwarf. So tall and dwarf, right, is a pair of contrasting characters with respect to stem height in pea plants. Tall, that is tallness, is the dominant trait. It is called dominant trait or dominant character because tallness is controlled by dominant gene, whereas dwarf, that is short. So dwarfness is a recessive trait because it is controlled by recessive gene. Then similarly the next one we shall consider is the flower position in pea plants. So flower position here, it is axial and terminal. So axial position of the flower is a dominant trait. Terminal position of the flower is a recessive trait. The next, the flower color So flower color is violet and white. So violet and white is another pair of contrasting characters. The next, the pod shape. So here the pod, it means the fruit that is produced by pea plants. So pod shape, inflated and constricted, right? So inflated means smooth, the pods are smooth, but here another one is the pods are not smooth, they show constrictions, that's why it is called constricted. So inflated and constricted, it is another pair of contrasting characters with respect to pod shape. The next is the pod color. So pod color here, it is green and yellow. So green color of pods is a dominant trait, whereas the yellow color of pods is the recessive trait. The next we shall consider the seed shape. Right? So here seeds are produced in the pods of the pea plants. So seed shape, it is round and wrinkled. So round shape of seeds and wrinkled shape of seeds. The seeds which are not perfectly round, right, which are having folds, they are called wrinkled seeds, right. So round and wrinkled is another pair of contrasting characters in pea plants. And the seventh one is the seed color. So seed color, here basically seed color means the color of the cotyledons of seeds. So seed color is yellow and green, where yellow color of seeds is the dominant trait, whereas the green color of seeds is the recessive trait. So these are the 7 pairs of contrasting characters studied by Mendel in pea plants. Now the question is, why Mendel selected only pea plants for his hybridization experiments? So Mendel selected pea plants because pea plants are true breeding varieties. Pea plants, they are true breeding varieties or true breeding lines. So what do you mean by a true breeding line? Now basically a true breeding line or a true breeding variety is such a variety where characters don't change from generation to generation. So these plants exhibit same characters from one generation to another generation. We can call them as true breeding lines or pure varieties, right? So the conditions which are fulfilled by true breeding lines, the first condition is they show continuous self-pollination, right? True breeding lines, they show continuous self-pollination. And another condition that is fulfilled by true breeding lines is they show stable trait, inheritance and expression in all generations. So these are the two important criteria or conditions fulfilled by the true breeding lines. So true breeding lines are those which show continuous self-pollination. So your self-pollination, it can be compared to asexual reproduction. And another one is they show stable trait inheritance and expression, right? So because of these two factors, characters remain same from generation to generation. So this is the reason why Mendel selected pea plants for his experiments. Okay. Then next we shall consider how pea plants can be crossed. So crossing of pea plants, it can be done by a simple procedure. So now you consider the flower of a pea plant, right? Now this flower basically it is bisexual, means it has both male and female reproductive organs. That is, it has androecium as well as gynoecium. Now what is done here is, see, if you want to cross two plants, you require one male plant and one female plant. Since pea plants, they are bisexual, a process is carried out that is called emasculation. So emasculation is done. Now here what do you mean by emasculation? See here, the young anthers are removed from the flower simply by using a forceps, right? So young anthers are removed from the flower, from a bisexual flower. So that process is called emasculation. So after emasculation, what happens? Only the female reproductive organ remains in the flower. That is, only gynoecium remains. So now that flower, it can be called as a female flower, right? So another flower is selected where androecium is present or where anthers are present. So that flower can be considered as a male flower because it has androecium, right? So now these two are crossed. Means what is done here? From the male flower, pollen grains are taken and those are transferred on the stigma of the female flower. Right? So transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma, it is called pollination. And after pollination, what happens here? Fertilization takes place, and after fertilization, seeds are produced. Now these seeds, they are grown, right? These seeds are grown to produce offsprings. And these offsprings or the new plants will have characteristics of both parent plants. So this is how two pea plants are crossed, right? And offsprings are obtained. So this is how Mendel crossed the pea plants, and he conducted experiments and he discovered what he discovered. He discovered the laws of inheritance, right? So I will tell you some of the laws of inheritance. The first law, that is law of dominance. Then the second law is law of segregation. So these are the two main laws discovered by Mendel. Another law is law of independent assortment of characters, right? So the details of all these laws and the experiments conducted by Mendel we shall discuss in the next video, right?